Clapton should be the judges of my actions. This will be a people versus the establishment by-election.
Not another one, yes, another one, a by-election that is. Nigel Farage grabs attention, but he won't escape scrutiny. We'll explain what he's up to.
Also tonight, Prince Harry back in London as he loses his High Court privacy case along with 6 others against the publisher of the Daily Mail and Mail on Sunday. The ban on Russian athletes competing at the Olympics is being lifted, says the IOC.
Here's Lukaku!
And after all the red card controversy, the USA is resoundingly beaten by Belgium and knocked out of the World Cup.
Also this hour, coming up on BBC London, imagine the temperatures on the tarmac. We meet some of the heatwave heroes working outside to keep our airports and city moving.
Good evening and welcome to the BBC News at 6. The leader of Reform UK, Nigel Farage, has resigned as the MP for Clacton to trigger a by-election that he says he will stand in. He's been facing intense scrutiny over gifts in kind he received before he became an MP from a convicted fraudster, and he's facing a parliamentary investigation over a separate £5 million gift from a Reform UK donor. Nigel Farage insists he has done nothing wrong and claims the establishment is out to get him. The Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer, called it a desperate stunt, while the Conservative leader, Kemi Badenoch, said Nigel Farage was cracking under the pressure. Alex Forsyth reports.
Do we know what Mr Farage is going to say?
Mid-afternoon in Westminster, and senior figures from Reform UK were summoned, awaiting an announcement from Nigel Farage.
Please let me get by. I want to see what Nigel's got to say.
Do you think he needs to answer some questions?
It's going to be a complete surprise to me, so...
Speculation was rife about what he'd say after questions over his finances.
What about by-election?
In the end, that's what Nigel Farage did announce. He'd stepped down as Clacton's MP in order to fight a by-election in that same seat.
I've decided that the people of Clapton should be the judges of my actions. This will be a people versus the establishment by-election. It's a chance to stick 2 fingers up to the entire establishment.
The Reform UK leader is being investigated by the Parliamentary Standards Commissioner over an undeclared £5 million payment from a cryptocurrency billionaire. And this week there were fresh allegations about benefits received from this man, George Cottrell, a close ally who was once convicted of fraud in the US.
Let me be absolutely clear. I have done nothing wrong. I have not broken the law in any way at all. I have not misused public money.
It's in this building that Nigel Farage announced he was going to trigger this by-election. It is an attempt by him to try to get back on the front foot after questions have swirled about his personal finances. He's attempting to frame this as a fight between him and his party and what he calls the establishment. But it doesn't mean those questions will end.
This is a desperate stunt from Nigel Farage, and it's obvious why he's doing it. He is up to his neck in sleaze. Politics should be about improving the lives of millions of people, not about personal gain, not about hiding dodgy donations. And I think the public will see this for exactly what it is.
The upcoming by-election here in Clacton will pause the parliamentary investigation into Nigel Farage's finances. The Lib Dems say other parties should refuse to stand. Restore Britain have said they won't participate in a contest designed to deflect questions, while the Greens called Nigel Farage a grifter, and this from the Conservatives.
We're not standing a candidate in the fake by-election, which Nigel Farage is causing to distract people from what is happening. We need to let that investigation run its course. And I think the reason why Nigel Farage is doing this is because he is very worried that he's going to be found to have done something wrong.
So what of the voters?
Well, he's done absolutely nothing for Clacton so far, so I don't see the point.
I'm very disappointed because he's promised all these things and he's gone back on his promise, and basically he's another one in it for himself. The money.
It's a white man, this.
Just makes common sense if he voted back in.
It's a white man.
Let the people vote as they want to be going on, let the people decide.
Back in Westminster, Reform insisted that was the right course.
Richard Tice, is Mr Farage just trying to dodge allegations about his finance?
But this is a political gamble.
People at Clacton are wonderful and they're going to return a brilliant MP.
From a party leader who knows how to grab the headlines. Alex Forsyth, BBC News.
Let's go to Clacton now. BBC Essex's political reporter Simon Dedman is there, and Nigel Farage won that seat in 2024 with more than 8,000 majority. How much of a gamble is this going to be?
Well, it could be pretty big, and I mean, you speak to people here in the seaside town, it's a bit like going onto one of the slot machines and amusement arcades, quite frankly. So if you put it, you get a variation of different answers. Yes, there are a lot of people that support him, and some think that this is a very smart move of him to actually get on the front foot. They will back him. There are others that actually think, well, if he hasn't done anything wrong, why is he deciding to do this now? And there's other people who support him, but feel that they can't be bothered to go back to the polls if there's going to be yet another election. But whilst he won the largest majority of any Reform MP 2 years ago in the general election, he got 46% of all the ballots cast. There are still a lot of people who do not like him here in Clacton and are now relishing the chance to vote for somebody else. And there's some people that told me, well, in the last 2 years we haven't seen that much improvement around here. So he's decided to in the amusement arcade and go for the gamble, go for the election. But as we know, by-elections don't always go the way people are expecting.
Simon Dedman, thank you. Let's join our political editor, Chris Mason, who is in Turkey, where a two-day NATO summit is underway. And Chris, we'll talk about that more later on in the programme. But first, what is Nigel Farage trying to achieve with all this?
Sophie, the key thing to understand here is that the process that was already underway involving the Parliamentary Standards Commissioner could, and we should say could, but could have led in the end to a by-election anyway. So this is Nigel Farage seizing the attention, seizing the initiative, seizing the agenda, and then, as we're hearing there, trying to frame it as a tussle between the people and those he pejoratively labels as the establishment, effectively asking, where does power really lie? Where does sovereignty really lie? And he is pointing a finger at those that many would see as part of the architecture of our checks and balances in a democracy, whether it be adjudicators of the parliamentary rules or indeed journalists doing robust journalism. But he's wanting to get ahead, and in so doing, I think he's trying to create a split-screen moment this summer, where Andy Burnham, in all likelihood the new Prime Minister in a matter of a couple of weeks, is on one side of the screen, and Nigel Farage, the contender in Clacton, is on the other. But already we are seeing from opposition parties a desire to not, if you like, be walk-on actors in what they see as Reform's pantomime, saying in many instances that they won't stand. Nonetheless, a by-election generates attention. It'll certainly do that, and it will be a couple of weeks ahead.
Chris Mason, thank you. Prince Harry and 6 other people have lost their High Court privacy case against the publisher of the Daily Mail and Mail on Sunday. They'd sued Associated Newspapers Limited for unlawful phone hacking and other illegal activities. The company consistently denied the allegations and described the verdict as a magnificent vindication of the Daily Mail's journalist Tom Simon's reports.
Why? Because I've got your hooah.
Prince Harry's focus this afternoon was on Invictus Games, his charity for injured military veterans. But within an hour of his appearance at an event in central London, the devastating judgment.
Guess what? I just caught some fish now. You only fry fish, just season it, fry it up. I done fish, chips, and sweet corn, right? But then the appetite went, so I just thought, all right, let me just cover it up. So I put a plate on top of it. So it's covered. I want to put it in the microwave. So I went to Albany. I said, Albany, you eating now or later? He said, oh, I'm eating, I'm hungry. All right. So I give it to him. By the time I looked to the left, and I looked to the right, I hear him belch. I said he couldn't finish it already. Well, I look, the plate empty. I said, weird. How come he finished that food so cold? Him said, the Oma, the Hebrew Oma. I said, guess what? There's dessert. Is he too lie? I said, you know those fruit cocktails in a tin? I said, there's them, and there's also the pineapple, the rum, right? I've had it in the fridge since yesterday, freezing cold. I had half of you, half of me. I give to him, he's falling asleep. Okay, and also when you eat the good food, you know, what happens? You fall asleep now, wait, right? So, what's the moral of the story? The moral of the story is, soul food, good for you. I mean, cooked from scratch. We're not talking about McDonald's or Burger King, right? Thank you, the birds tweet too, weird, right? And we certainly talking about KFC, nasty food, really. Move out the way. You want something that's succulent, right? You want something when you're chewing it down, you can't stop chewing. You chew it right down to the savory of it until it's just minute. That is proper food, right? So remember, we need to go back to cooking food from scratch. You know, like with the vegetables and the seasoning, right? And learn how to ground your food, which is using flour to ground the blood of the meat. Otherwise the blood's still coming out, and Father does not like the blood coming out of fish or any form of meat. So learn how to ground the meat before you eat and fry and cook it. Yes. But apart from that, everything is lovely. Dedication to all those enjoying the sun. Go out there and enjoy it, because I said I'll get hotter and it's getting hotter. Now, to every good there is bad, and to every bad there is sadness. Now the sadness today is to do with white people. Why? Because your suicide rate, right, is as equal as your birth rate. Your suicide rate overtakes your birth rate. So that means you're dying out, and the sun wipes you out as well. So white people, you need to start having a look at yourself, because you're being refused by the people and the earth. Not nothing to be happy about, guys, because they're still our children and they've been infected by this system. But we just hope now you're waking up, guys, and you're not being like superior, like you know everything, because this is what got you in that trouble in the first place. Yes, sir? Whitey.
And from the High Court was dropping online.
In
In 2022, he joined forces with Sir Elton John, his husband David Furnish, Baroness Doreen Lawrence, actors Elizabeth Hurley and Sadie Frost, and the former Liberal Democrat Minister Sir Simon Hughes, to sue Associated Newspapers, publisher of the Daily Mail and Mail on Sunday.
Why don't you show them when you're on your period as well? Why don't you show them that?
To a head
Why
during
don't you show
10
them when
weeks
you're on
in
your
court
period as
earlier
well?
this
Why
year.
not?
Hearings attended in part by the Prince. Dozens of stories were discussed. Good journalism, newspaper reporters told the court. Intrusive and unlawful, the claimant said. The judge agreed with the reporters. Discussing one article about Prince Harry, he said,
One more. We're trying to get you to get closer to yourself. So we're saying to you now, right? This. We're not going to say a whole day, because that's too much for you weak children. And we're not being horrible. We're being cruel to be kind now. Now hear this. Go and find out one of your weaknesses, because we've all got many, me included, and the world makes sure we've got many weaknesses, whether it's drink, drug, alcohol, sex, whatever. Find one of your weaknesses, right? And from tomorrow, see if you can go half a day. It's supposed to be a whole day, but that's too much for you. See if you can go half a day without doing the things you're not meant to do. So pick one. It could be smoking, could be drinking alcohol constantly. Pick one, right, what you're not meant to do, and see if you can last till half the day with not doing it. And then when you have that feeling in you, then you know that's going to be the feeling that's going to come in to all of us very soon, because they're going to take everything away, and then you're going to be left with self. And this is why you're seeing now your suicide rate overtakes your birth rate, because these sons here don't like being with themselves, and when they're with themselves they kill themselves. So again, the stuff that you're using to hide away from who you are, take that away from you for half a day. And then that feeling, what you have inside you, is what you need to work with. The one that you hate, because you've got these stuff to stop you from feeling. Well, when you move this stuff out of the way for half a day, if you're brave enough to take this challenge, which I don't think you are, because you're so weak, but if you are, then when you have that feeling, then concentrate on that feeling, because that's what you're running away for, and that's what Satan's going to be giving you very soon, for a very long time as well. Until you submit to what he wants, and then he'll give you back all this to make you feel good. Damn trout. And remember, all of us, he's got us all addicted to tablets. He's got all us addicted to one. So when that stops as well, what are we going to do? Didn't think about that, did you? They got some tablets and all that as well, and whatever. So when that goes and you can't get your pharmacies and that, like me included, what we're going to do? Well, I've already made a treaty. I've already made a treaty with Father, and I've used the tree as a witness for when that time comes to take that pain out of me. And I will not do that naughtiness, and I will serve you, because I'm your inheritance. And that's how I got out of that nonsense. I don't know how you're not going to get out of it when the time comes, guys. This is damn serious. It's not a joke. And I did them tablets last month, the 6th of the 6th at 6 p.m, 666. And man, why? But you saw I tried, but it was too hard, because Satan, when you get to the ending of it, of their tablets, then it kicks in again, 10 times worse. So you can't come off it when you think you finished it. He said it didn't happen to me, yeah, because you're not a superstar child. That's why it didn't happen to you, damn tramp. But you're addicted to their stuff. Try and stop taking their stuff. Try and stop taking their tablets. Try and stop taking their medicine and see if your body don't crave for it. And then when this thing happens, when no one can go out because there's just chaos out there, how are you going to get your medication? You think, oh, all that chaos, he's going to say, stop! I've got to bring their medication for them. Huh? Huh? You're not thinking like that. You're relying on the system, thinking it's always going to be there. You don't see it's getting dismantled. They got called for Andy Pandy, thinking Andy Pandy from the north, and the north hate the south. But you still can't see what's going on because they hide it from you, and you still can't see, even though they're hiding it. You still can't see it because they haven't told you, so you believe it. Why? Yeah, we believe that. Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, all right, yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, we'll go with that. And that's who you are. That's who you are. That's why it's so easy for Satan and his white man to trick you, because that's who you are. That's who you are. So when the cats are away, the mice comes and plays. The damn tramp.
I accept he found the article intrusive and was genuinely concerned by how journalists appeared to know private information concerning his relationships. But suspicion, even understandable suspicion, is not proof. Tonight, the Daily Mail's former editor, who the BBC has asked to interview, released this video statement.
The truth is, this trumped-up action, which has cost well over £50 million and wasted a huge amount of valuable court time, should never have been brought to trial. That it did raises profoundly disturbing questions about the conduct of elements of the legal profession.
Prince Harry won convincingly against Mirror Group newspapers. He got a settlement and an apology from The Sun. By coming here in person, he kept the issue of newspaper ethics in the headlines. But he and the other 6 claimants had to prove that every single thing they claimed was true. They tried and they failed.
No.
Baroness Doreen Lawrence made the most damaging allegations that she was bugged by the Daily Mail reporter who was campaigning in print for justice for her murdered son Stephen. She told the BBC she was approached by Prince Harry and his lawyers.
Verdict as a magnificent vindication of Daily Mail's journalism. Tom Simon's reports.
Prince Harry's focus this afternoon was on Invictus Games, his charity for injured military veterans. But within an hour of his appearance at an event in central London, the devastating judgment from the High Court was dropping online. In 2022, he joined forces with Sir Elton John, his husband David Furnish, Baroness Doreen Lawrence, actors Elizabeth Hurley and Sadie Frost, and the former Liberal Democrat minister Sir Simon Hughes to sue Associated Newspapers, publisher of the Daily Mail and the Mail on Sunday. It all came to a head during 10 weeks in court earlier this year. Hearings attended in Park by the Prince. Dozens of stories were discussed. Good journalism, newspaper reporters told the court. Intrusive and unlawful, the claimants said. The judge agreed with the reporters. Discussing one article about Prince Harry, he said, I accept he found the article intrusive and was genuinely concerned by how journalists appeared to know private information concerning his relationships. But suspicion, even understandable suspicion, is not proof. Tonight, the Daily Mail's former editor, who the BBC has asked to interview, released this video statement.
The truth is that this trumped-up action,
So they feel that they're
Just
elite.
cost well over £50 million.
They can't pull that from the sky
and
and
wasted a
spectacular, but
huge
if they're
amount
elite,
of
they take
valuable
money from
court
people
time.
and stop people from
Should
growing
never
or stop people from
brought
having
to
money,
trial.
which makes them look like they're elite.
But it did.
Because if you give other
raises
people the opportunity,
profoundly
they can make
disturbing
more money than you
questions
and help people
about
give
the
it to people.
conduct of
And then
elements
squash money.
of the legal
Money's nothing.
profession.
It was left on the
Prince
ground.
Harry won
But you have to
convincingly
compete
against
taking
Mirror
everything.
Group
You say, what?
newspapers. He got a
You do what
settlement
people can
and
do.
an apology
I mean,
from
you
the
put your
Sun
face on
by
money.
coming here in
All
person.
that
He
nonsense
kept the
there.
issue
You
of
have
newspaper
foolishness.
ethics
It can't get
in
away
the
from you. You're
headlines.
everywhere.
But he
Even when
and
you
the other
do your
6
thing,
claimants
you pop up
had
with
to prove
adverts.
that
You're
every
just
single
everywhere,
thing
man.
they claimed was true.
No
They
peace with you,
tried
man.
and they failed. Baroness Doreen Lawrence made the most damaging allegations that she was bugged by the Daily Mail reporter who was campaigning in print for justice for her murdered son Stephen. She told the BBC she was approached by Prince Harry and his lawyers about taking legal action, but those close to the legal team say she made her own decision.
She's a very highly respected figure.
Of course she is.
Who spent her life fighting
Justice, pursuit of it.
fighting the judiciary
for 2
and
decades.
the political bodies for justice for her son. You know, she's not going to be persuaded by me to bring a phony case or some hotshot lawyers. It's beyond, you know, it's beyond the realms. And she wasn't. Didn't have to.
This is likely to be the end of Prince Harry's legal campaign against the press.
None
A
of you
verdict
white
which has
people are.
exonerated
You just wanna
dozens
come
of
and
male
exploit
journalists
people.
accused
That's
in
what
court.
you sell to
Their publisher
people.
says it has vindicated their work. Tom Simons, BBC News, at the High Court.
Let's talk to our senior royal correspondent Daniela Ralph.
You must treat
What does all
people
this
like
mean
you're
for
white
Prince
women,
Harry
the way you
now?
treat them, though. And I don't mean that in a horrible way, because white women, you're scared of these
Also,
women.
it's been a really difficult couple of days
Right,
for Prince
and he's
Harry.
just saying
I've been
that
at this
come out your
charity
vagina.
event with him this
Right, and you're
afternoon
scared of your
in
own
central
sons.
London,
It's a
and he
joke.
hid his
So you
disappointment
produce
well,
monsters,
delivering that
and then you
speech,
don't know how to tame them.
talking to
And then
military
you leave them on the
veterans.
street
He
for
didn't
other
really
people to
let
tame.
on how he was
And
feeling,
it's all
but be
this
under
nonsense in
no
your
illusion.
name, love.
This court ruling is a real personal blow to Prince Harry. It is much more than a
An
legal
absolute joke,
defeat.
that's
For him, it was a
Look, no
crusade
chance
to
of
expose what
behaviour.
he viewed to be the illegal practices of the UK media dating back decades, and historically for him in terms of how he feels about it as well. It is also linked to the way he saw his mother, Diana, Princess of Wales, treated by the media. And in the past few minutes, we have had a statement from Prince Harry and Baroness Doreen Lawrence delivered jointly, in which he says in the statement that they came to court to seek justice and accountability. But we have received neither, they say.
These people pillaged and robbed and raped and killed the people who was here. How can you even expect to get justice from these people? I mean, you're insulting your own intelligence, bro. Brutal. Right, stay away from these people. They will let you down, bro. Wait on Father and wait on Emmanuel. These are the people that come to smash it all up and bring real justice and real peace and real togetherness in the dance. Because these white sons can't do it. They're settlers, right? And before that, they was in the cave. They came out the cave, right, when the cat was away. And these mice now are here just trying to bring their caveman behavior and want you to adopt to it and think, yeah, it's better than the natural behavior. Are you mad? We want back the natural children, not you that just put yourself there. And they got no manners for the original children that was there before you. Not at all, man. And you can't even show no one no good behavior of humanity. All you're doing is raping people's children. That's all you're doing now. And looking after paedophile men dressed up in jacket and tie, Torati. had no idea it. Had no idea it was there. It was there. So where's it gone? It was there. I think that's what you've done, yeah. I know what I've done. You're joking. Where's that one? There it is. It's okay. It's all right. So let me just charge me this one quickly. Okay, let's take this one. No, I'm not using it. My God. Why can't I use this? Here she is. So, right, let's not open this. Okay, just use it. Let me see that. So I want to do this one. You can put it there, or you can put it in this one. What do you reckon? You can put it in here, no? You can go in this one. Alright. Nice. So we can, is that charging up? Is that you charging up? Good, isn't it? I think so, like that. Does that say charge up, isn't it? Yeah. Right. You're there, and you're there. Right, I'm ready. She's got news. Oh, you had to finish it though. The dancing queen. Let me finish the news, and then we can go back to some music.
In the statement, they go on to discuss the evidence, how it was presented in court and how it was treated. They felt that was unfair, particularly the evidence from private investigators. And the statement goes on to call the ruling a complete and obvious whitewash that was sadly not unexpected. So very clear from that statement just how Prince Harry and Baroness Lawrence feel about this ruling. And Prince Harry now, at the start of this 5-day trip to the UK, finds himself in a position where he has lost a legal case, is not staying at Buckingham Palace, is not getting police protection, which means his wife Meghan and his 2 children are not with him in London. It has been a challenging and messy start to this trip. Sophie.
Daniela Rell, thank you. The body of a Ukrainian woman who was suspected of having carried out a bomb attack in Monaco has been found near the capital, Kyiv. 3 people were wounded in last week's attack, including a wealthy Ukrainian-born businessman who now holds a Cypriot passport. Sarah Rainsford reports.
The Ukrainian woman, accused of an attempted assassination, now found murdered herself. The body of Anastasia Berezovska was discovered close to Kyiv, buried in a forest with gunshots to the head. She was suspected of this attack that shocked Monaco. The target was a multi-millionaire, like her, born in Ukraine. He and his family survived, but his partner has devastating injuries. A bag with a bomb had been left inside their home. Whoever planted it then fled across the border. Soon, Anastasia Berezovska was identified as the main suspect. An international hunt was on to find her. But by this time, we now know she was already in Ukraine and shot that same day. 2 men are now in custody. One, a military intelligence officer, is said to have confessed to her murder.
The fact that one of the key suspects in this case is a serving intelligence officer will be an uncomfortable development for Ukraine's government. Prosecutors allege that he transferred cash and cryptocurrency to Anastasia Berezovska, who allegedly carried out the Monaco attack. But why? For now, there are more questions than there are answers.
That includes why Vadim Yermolayev, who made his millions in Ukraine and then renounced his citizenship, was targeted. Sarah Rainsford, BBC News in Kyiv.
In France, a court has ruled that the nationalist leader Marine Le Pen can run for president next year, but she will have to wear an electronic tag after it upheld her conviction for embezzling more than €1 million of European Parliament funds. The hugely popular leader, who was runner-up to President Macron 4 years ago, will tonight reveal whether or not she will run for president again, despite the court restrictions that have been placed on her. Our Europe editor, Katia Adler, is in Paris. She's due to speak at 7 o'clock our time. What is the feeling there? What's she going to do?
Well, will she or won't she? Should she or shouldn't she? That's definitely the question on everyone's lips here. Marine Le Pen has spent this afternoon here in Paris at
Brilliant. 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 So you don't need nothing, do you? You're natural, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant. 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 Brilliant.
They put me on BP medication. But when I took it,
So you have it set to stop it. Not to say, oh, so we did good. No, you just said no. Well done.
Which is why when we said to after tomorrow, we need to start.
I haven't been changing myself.
Oh, you've been training?
Yeah, I'm changing myself. I know, but I'm just waiting till I fit it in properly, then I know what to do, then I can say, right, what about just picking myself into it? Yeah. When I'm trying to put this up, when I put this up and all that, which I'm doing today or tomorrow, as you see there, then you know I'm ready. It works in sequence, I've got the spirits ready,
exactly.
You know, I'm ready. No, I'm ready. And that's how it works. Do it with them.
Yeah,
you know, when the training is 100%.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
When the training is
good if you feel really productive then as well.
Yeah.
You have to stop the breath. When you do start training, you're not going to change the diet by means.
Exactly.
So you're similar.
That's what I wanted to say. My plan was to include cutting off.
Yeah. Because you're used to that with what you live with. You haven't tried to think way of doing it. Because you to that route, you get quick, simple, and then no, it's not good. So you need to just check this. This is what we do. This is all fitting into doing an learning as well from so we're older. You know, and it's good to see, that's going to be a mission for me to say like, yeah. Not as a mission, as a mission to say, yeah, I can't wait to see it go down.
Yes, exactly.
Then we can say, yeah, that is how it was in the beginning, but now we're doing it fast, so it's the food. It's like bread.
Yes.
Trust me, you eat bread.
Yes.
So it's the bread.
I eat a lot of it.
Yeah, because we have to show you a different way of doing food. So what will fuel you? So food what we eat fills you. You never really eat much of it.
Yeah, exactly.
But because you're with that, you need to get that mindset out of it. And then eat this food that reaches 40 million. And when you still bread is used to, you only need a little bit of it. And then that will hold it, will season it, will hold it. That's what it is used to. It's a Caribbean, it's a black and brown body. So this is indigenous body, so it means indigenous food, not the small white food. Yeah. That can't understand. That's why you look like that. Exactly. Because it doesn't understand that food. Like that, it understands this food. Exactly. So it's going to help each other. I'll see you later, right? Yeah, well, I don't see it in a bad way, but because there's lots of children who are overweight. And maybe this is a good example because that's because you are it's the health as well, you see, gives you a clear mind, it's all fits in, it's all a package in it. Alright, see you later. And then you give a quick secret, you know when you lose that breath, then you go to the really quick secret, when you lose that, then the spirits will come and live out to glide. And if you're too late, then you can glide, you don't need to prepare. Alright, later. Declined. Lots going on, guys. Lots going on. Wants to eat the way we eat now. You're damn right. Get rid of that baby bug. It's that bread. He just doesn't know how to eat, so to speak, because you're used to that booger whack of food what they give you. And then you proper food and show you how to do this thing. You're supposed to stay lean now, not right now. No food what they give you. No good, bro. No good at all. And we're not cursing it, bro. It's just not good for you. Not good at all. No minerals, no proteins, no vitamins, there's nothing in it, just taste. Just taste. And then 20 minutes later you're hungry again. For what? Taste. That's all it is, taste. And these times I know nothing about food. And I would never insult my body to go to any fast food place. Are you mad? I don't even know how he's making it. I don't want to know how you're making it. I need to see it. I need to prepare it for Father in front of us. And then offer it to Father. And then pray over it and then eat it sacredly. It's an offering. You can't be taking your food and then bringing it as an offering to Father. You're mad. I don't know which God you support. I don't know which God you praise. You know, so that. I don't know what you do with your hands. And then you want to come and cook sacred food and give it to me to eat this Kodesh and put it in. You're mad. And I got them lot in here. No, they say cook the food yourself. We do it together with your own hands. Don't take from no one else's hand and put that in your mouth. You're mad. And that's how strict they are, guys. This is the Hebrew, what they didn't want you to know about. And I'm just learning, I'm still learning. They're extremely Kodesh. And Kodesh means absolutely clean. Well, how else are they going to be holy and be able to glide through the air and walk on water if they're not Kodesh? Think about it though. Think about it. And this is why they want their children to be Kodesh, and they wouldn't do it, their children. So they said, right, I'm going to put you with these people since you want to be like them. And then I'm going to put a curse on them as well so they can hate you. And I'm going to take the power out of you and I'm going to give it to them. And I'm going to give them your riches. But the only thing I am going to leave you with is the Bible. So when you're there with them, you can take the Bible and you can read it. And if you search with me for all your heart and soul, I will appear to you. Now get out, my son. And then we started crying and we went to Africa with the Bible in the hand. And all of a sudden he took the Bible off us and then put his name in it and all souls. And this is the story. And King James is the witness of that, because King James is over there. I'm not taking and putting in the phone again. We've done it many times. He's a black king in his character, dressed. And at the bottom of it, it tells you how many countries he was king of and how many Bibles he's wrote. It's his Bible with his date of birth of 1566 to 1625. That's his date of birth. But they've taken his date of birth and put it on a white man. And this is why Father's going to condemn Christianity. And I believe, this is just what I believe, so it is not written, this is what I believe. Because in the book it says a third of people just get wiped out, a third. And a third is around about 2.6 billion. And a third of people is in what? Christianity. 2.6 billion in Christianity. Why? Because they stole the book of the children. And then Christianity will tell you not to read the first 5 books, which is Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. Why? Because that tells you about the children, why they got brought where they are, and what they got to do, and who they got to praise. And then when they come out of Deuteronomy and they go to Joshua, it's Joshua we call it, but Joshua. When we come out from Joshua, all we do is kill you. We just kill you and take our property back. Go and read it, Donald. Go and read it. Remember, these children have just come out of Deuteronomy, which is Egypt. We've just come out of Egypt. And we've got all our laws and everything. And Moshe is dead. So now Father brings Ishmael, now Father brings these names. Joshua, Father then brings, because it says Joshua. After Deuteronomy it says Joshua in the Bible. So there is pure killing, Rasta, taking people's land and murdering. And that's what we did. And it's a repeat. And this is what's going to happen again, guys. But what we're trying to do is save you, Rasta. This is what's going on. This is the real dance. It's in the book, man. Right? From Deuteronomy, when we come at Deuteronomy, we're now ready for war. This is what, the name again, Joshua. This is what Joshua was for war. And we come and we killed you all and took our property back. And then we still started to run it properly. And then again, we wanted to be like you. So what did Father do? Again, he gave us to you. And gave us all the property that we fought for. He gave it back to you. So it's a merry-go-round, guys. But this time he says, I'm going to keep you as mine. How are you going to do that this time, Father? I'm going to change your heart. I'm going to put my heart in you and my soul and my spirit. So that time you won't get corrupted. Because I'm fed up of keep going back and forth and back with you guys. So why don't you just forget us? Because you're the apple of my eye. That's why I want down to forget you. I'll just wait till 4 and 3 generations go past. And I did that, didn't I? Look at the generation that's here now. You're damn right, Dodo. The grandson, and the great-grandson, and the great-great-great-grandson. You get the message? Just stop here. Dodo, we are ready for you now, Father. You got the right children.
You let me
very much. Thank you very, very much.
Huddled with allies, presumably agonising over her decision. There's been so much political attention on this case, Sophie, but in the end, the judge has left it up to her. She can...
Is feeling alright, right? And I hope, you know when you're outside and you feel hot, what about when you're in your house and you feel, don't worry, just go and get yourself a flannel. Himself, what kind of flannel? This kind of flannel. And make sure it's wet enough, see it wet. Why? Coming like a fridge. Why? So, you know when you're outside and it's hot, I know. Get a wet flannel, man. It works, guys. I'm not joking. It works, right? And you tow a flannel. Big Women says, it makes too much noise. Well, what would you prefer? That to make noise and you get a comfortable sleep, or that not to make noise and you get a horrible sleep? She says, you know what, T? I didn't think of it like that. Think of it like that, sister. Just stop it. This is dedication to the virtuous sisters. Not the sisters who got caught in the trap of pulling down her brassiere to get attention. But now she's awake, so she can pull back up her brassiere. Right? And then you start to realize that she comes from a good mother, right? And a bell rings. And her grandma says, this is my granddaughter. You see that? And you see bare children flocking around her. Now there is a virtuous woman. And a bird's tweet as well. There it is there. The earth understands the virtuous woman. Don't forget to that, right? Let me tell you another quick secret in Balamori. Come here. Girls, gather around. Ladies, gentlemen, gather around. Now you want to go. Now, there's 13 months in a year. Now, and all these months all fall on a 28-day cycle, right? Now, if you speak to grandma, when she's speaking to the grandchildren, the girls, they will tell them about the 28-day cycle, and she knows exactly what that is, the menstrual, right? So she has a monthly connection with the earth. Now this Trump, guess what this Trump done? He changed the month so the woman has no connection to the earth apart from one set of women, right? And you call her February, that's her name. And she's a harlot. And all these witches feed off her and the air and the energy. The only month they left with 28 days. And then you get the leap year. The only one they left, and that's for witch women, because it's 13 months, and each month has a 28-day cycle with the woman. But he took all that and left it open for one woman called February is her name, and they celebrate her and when? On February the 14th, her Valentine's Day. That's what you're celebrating. Because you're in a pagan dance, that's why. So when you're like, oh, I love you, baby, it's happy Valentine's, then that spirit goes in you. That February. The only one they left open, 28-day cycle. The only one they left open, and the rest they changed. And put all January, February, all these different pagan names. We know January is Janice. And February, we just discussed her. March, April, they're all pagan gods, all these names. They're all pagan gods, all of them. Because remember, the name of a place is the name of a person. Misha'el. In the tribe called Asher, there's a place called Misha'el. Where are we going now? In Dominica, there's a place called Riviere. In Devon and Cornwall, there's a beach called Riviere. I've been there myself. My mum said she didn't believe me. I said, no, Mum, I'm there. So they name names after sons. Don't forget these things, guys. Don't make these tramps fool you. There is no name of anything in their name. None at all. Their names are not in the book. They're not in buildings, nothing. So they want to come and call buildings Colston. You're starting to understand it. Colston Girls' School. You're starting to understand it now. They want to brutalize humanity and get known and put their names like that. If I was smashing it all down, you damn tramp, and with you in it. That's not how you get your name in the book, you damn tramp. Or on the earth. And the earth hates you. That's what's burning you. And don't forget, you know, your birth rate is what? Your birth rate is what? And your suicide rate is what? Who's doing that? The energy is doing that. The elements are doing that to you. That's what's happening to you. And you're doing it to yourself. You're killing yourself. The elements are doing it. And you're not even producing. The elements are doing it to you.
run for president, if you, as you say, but because she was found guilty of embezzling funds, she would have to campaign wearing ankle bracelets, and she has said up until now that she absolutely does not want to do that. But she is so close. This is a woman who spent years of her life trying to become France's president. She's never been so ahead in the opinion polls. Will she actually be able to let go? And it's not just French voters who are watching this anxiously. This has all been done. La décision, the decision in the French press, capital T, capital D, but it's also France's European allies who are watching closely. And that is because what happens here matters. France is the second largest economy in the EU. It's a political heavyweight at a time that Europe feels under threat from China, under threat from Russia, and increasingly isolated from its former best buddy, the United States. It's a nuclear power and a military one as well, by European standards. And whether in the end it's Marine Le Pen or her protege, Jordan Bardella, who runs for the presidency, both are seen as having very good chances of winning.
But it's still got it under his reign. But you know, there's no way
people would keep it under your reign. No way, paying to fund Ukraine militarily. That's why this is being watched so closely, and that's why, Sophie, it is fair to say the powerful French president, it matters who it is, waiting on France's national borders.
Barrett, thank you. The time is coming up to 6:20. Our top story this evening. Nigel Farage resigns as the MP for Clacton, but says he will stand in the by-election to be the MP for Clacton. Coming up, Coburg is through to the semi-finals at Golden for the first time.
It's ships and
And later at 6:30, treating weakened bones, campaigners warn of a London postcode lottery when it comes to osteoporosis care. And the South London charity breaking down barriers to make tennis accessible to more children.
Russian athletes could be allowed to compete for their country at the 2028 Olympic Games in Los Angeles after the International Olympic Committee provisionally lifted their suspension. The IOC suspended Russia in 2023 in response to the war in Ukraine, but it now says that ban is no longer applicable. Here's Jane Dougal.
This was the last time Russian athletes competed under their flag at an Olympics, Rio de Janeiro in 2016.
See, they still do that nastiness, but they just call it Olympics now. This Olympics is full of pure filth, guys. Just say to your phone, nude Olympics. Just say that to your phone. And look at the nastiness of these. And then go to say to yourself, Roman barbs, because that's where they go after that. Nasty, man. Absolute filth. And nude Olympics. You have to put oil on, and then you do wrestling, and then you hold each other's balls, and it's pure filth. It's pure, it's Olympics. That is it. That's the same thing. And in 2022, in Birmingham, just say Olympics 2022. Look at the celebration, the opening. There it is, the opening for it. Right? Look at the celebration, the devilistic celebrations that they're doing on there. Look at the opening of that. Look at it. It's frightening. Right? And that's the Tower of Babel, is what they're imitating and doing that to Father's face. Yeah? So why do you think he's going to burn you? Because you're doing all this. And you're getting the rainbow and pushing it in his face. He's saying, carry on. All the spirits are saying, carry on. Carry on. They'll burn you even longer.
Now, almost a decade later, they will...
Remember, nobody can come in, right? And nobody can come out, right? Because there is a ferment on it, locking it down. And if you have any common sense, when you see the rainbow, you'll see too. The reflection. Look at it properly if you know what you're looking at. You're damn fool. So then how can you have Neil Armstrong? And how can you have NASA? Right? And when you see them we call it, rockets, they go, yeah, you see it going up. The 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then it goes like that, guys. And then it goes into the water. Why? Because we are in the middle of water. So just say they did burst it. Then we were drowned. Because we're in the middle of water. Did he forget to tell you that bit as well? The damn tramp.
Provisionally be allowed back.
I remember,
it was not been decided if their flag can be displayed or if their anthem can be sung.
We wanted to ensure all athletes have the possibility to compete at the Olympic Games and not be held responsible for their government's actions. It allows for Russian athletes to take part in sport competitions, but we've also been very clear that we do not condone any violence and war around the world.
After revelations of the state-sponsored doping scandal at the 2014 Games, the IOC imposed penalties on Russia, but its athletes were allowed to compete under a neutral flag and the name Olympic Athletes from Russia. Then, following the start of the Russia-Ukraine war, the IOC recommended a ban on Russian and Belarusian athletes in 2023, though some did compete as neutrals.
Stop it, Liz.
But this decision by the IOC has left Ukrainian Olympic skeleton skater Vladislav Pereskaevich feeling betrayed.
To see today like that, IOC welcomes back Russia. It's, I don't know. It makes you feel angry, I would say, and I believe it's huge injustice. And it feels like I see letting us behind, and they don't care about what's going on in our country.
It's thought the decision has come now to pave the way for the Russian team to compete at the Los Angeles Olympics. But there are concerns that their involvement could be used politically at the highest level. Jane Dibble, BBC News.
President Trump and Keir Starmer are among the world leaders who've arrived in
private work for me. When I've got to orchestrate and get us moving cripples under it. Because we've got a system that says, well, you can get away, happens, you can get away. We'll protect you. And you're going to sit and we'll get away. We've done nothing to you, stupid white woman. We have nothing to you. Just because they told you can't get in, they'll give you a car, they give you this and that, and you're going to do it, you stupid idiot. Go and harm innocent people, that's done nothing to you. And you just have some children who just fight bullies. You just have some children who've got powers to fight bullies. And to put them in a spot where their spirits will just desecrate them. You're damn right, bro. You're out here league, bro. You should be doing it to people and trying to get people kids out of their homes. And then you're using cripples to do it. Crippled mum and a crippled son. You want to see what he's like when he was getting food. Oh man, it was so embarrassing. He was hovering like, oh, you shouldn't see that. The guy's trying to get it, and he's in the back hovering over it. Can't wait, the man's bringing it to the door. He's at the door with the mum. He's at the door with the mum. He's so craving for the food. And he can't cook it, by the way. It just looks so craven and pathetic. Like the mum and the son. The mum's short and the son's big and he's behind her. Right hovering behind her, looking at the stuff. And the man's bringing it. I'll get a little basket yet. Yeah, they were scavenging over the basket. You didn't see them. And then they wonder why we have so much stuff. And then they come and take the stuff with the scavengers, take the TV and swap it. We're a little small one, because the scavengers done. They never had anything. All they do is rob and steal and swap his stuff. This is who they are. And they hide behind systems. And if because they work for the council, they work for this one and that one, they can get away with what you're doing. No, you kind of got documentation for it. And we want back our stuff, bro. You have no right to steal from me. I don't steal. I've got a receipt for everything. You damn stealing tramp. You know, can't steal from us father's children. Let's get away with it now. Them stealing days are done. I have a receipt for my stuff. Right? And I want my stuff back, bro. I don't want no apology from you at all. I don't do apologies. Nothing from you. Because if you're going to give me an apology, it means the behaviour changes with it. Not just, oh, I'm sorry, and that's it. You damn tramp. But then don't give me no apology. Because sorry can't even buy a soldier lorry. Right? Go and ask the Jamaicans. Then tell you, don't tell me sorry, right? Because sorry can't buy the soldier lorry. So don't tell it to me then. Because the Jamaicans are going to tell you that. You damn tramp. He said, you ain't Jamaican. I said, well, Jamaican grew up here. You damn tramp. Right? You damn croco spring. Nigga go suck or salopwa. Right? Nigga go chew my mouth. And that's Dominican. He says, what's that mean? You don't want to know. It's not there. You don't want to know that. And that's what he wants you to do. Not have your first tongue. Just know this English nonsense. When you come from royalty. This tramp don't want you to learn who you are. Doesn't want to help you find who you are. Because then he knows his thing gets smashed down. And Father's smashing it down now. And he tells us in my right here who we are. Little by little. But he doesn't want to scare me or tell me too much, does he? Because you won't tell us who we are. Because you get paid. We are your inheritance. Don't forget that. But our father's inheritance and he's mine. I mean, that's what the book says. Not what I'm saying. That's what the book says. If you come from this tribe called Levi, then father is your inheritance. There's no inheritance for you money-wise. There's no inheritance for you in property. Your inheritance is Yahuwah. And then what do I need to do, Black Sir? Well, you need to praise him. That is your inheritance, is to talk his word. That's your inheritance to him. And his inheritance to you is him. So that means you can do anything. You can do anything because he's your inheritance. And the Levites look after everyone. And they look after the Ark of the Covenant. Instead, they look after it all. The Levites, they trusted them. They have a certain behavior in them, that crap. They have a certain behavior. And Father keeps his eye on them. So when he is scattering all of us, he's making sure these ones, he's scattering them different. And he keeps his eye on these ones. Only long suffering and hardship comes to them. Nothing else. Not sickness, not murder, not this, not no. And he makes sure that. Provided the children behave themselves. Because we are in a covenant with you, a blood covenant. Not many children can say that. don't want you to know. They want you to think that you're the same as everyone else. You are not the same as everyone else. You're set apart children. You're Kodesh children. You come from royalty. Doesn't matter what he tells you. He comes from the cave. So what's he going to know? Right? He comes from the cave. It's his duty not to tell you where you come from, because he comes from the cave. Down tramp. So Dad says you need to separate yourself from them. That's what Dad says. Otherwise he's going to class you with them. And if you've got children with them, then you're going to have to go and read Jubilees chapter 30 verse 7. That's what you're going to have to read if you've got children with them. Because he didn't put you into state forever. He said, I'm scattering you here, and I will regather you. But read the book, what I gave you. I left you with the book. Now they've taken your book and swapped it and said it's their book. And you just said, yeah, all right then. You're a joke, man. And he told you to pass it on to the children. Just because he says it's this and that, you believe him. You damn tramp. And you're royalty. And that's how you protect your lineage. You damn tramp. I bet you've intermingled it. I bet you've intermingled it. You damn tramp. And he told you it was good to intermingle, didn't he? He wanted water. Of course he would tell you that. You damn sausage. He's not going to tell you not to mix it because you're royalty, is he? You damn crocodile Spain. Rasta. And this is the wicked world we're living in. It's a devil world. Now do you understand it's a devil world? Designed only for who? One set of children. Because the whole world revolves around one set of children. And that's what he hates. So his job is to stop the children from getting their treats. That's what the whole world's about, nothing else. That is the whole dance. And they just distract you with this nonsense. But they don't give a damn about because they're trillions in debt. So they don't give a damn about it. What they do give a damn about is the dream that's coming up. That's what they give a damn about. That's what the whole world's about, guys. And you've been tricked, you've been fooled, and they've got you to hate the best children on the planet. The ones that you're going to see rising very soon. Very soon. Huh. And we're giving you the last opportunity to rise with us. But remember, you can't go in front of us. You are the wild branch. We are the natural. The book's not written for you, it's written for us. Some of us just not a little bit different from me, just a little bit different, some of us. Some of us get a ring in our ears, and some of us are under street roles, and some of us absolutely petrified of Father, absolutely petrified. So that means we can't be scared of you, get it? If we're petrified of him, and he hates you, he hates you. So my duty is to make sure that I keep him sweet, and keeping him sweet is not liking you. Imagine that, imagine that. So take the dress off Yahuwah and take the dress off Emmanuel, because they don't wear dresses, yeah? They are dressed ready for war, believe me. So as long as we all know where we stand and we can take this thing seriously, then we're all right. Because do I look like a joke? Huh? Do I look like a joke? Huh? What, because we ain't got, no, we got plenty of materials, we just gave it away, we gave it back. We got receipts for it, we gave it back. Because you're going to get mixed up if you see us all like looking like you, got money, got gold, you're not going to understand the message then, are you? So we've had to put that away for a while. We've got more materials than you, man. Don't be stupid. You don't see our style and grace. You've got no style, you've got no grace. So this is why you use other people's materials to make your heart look decent on my ears. You're an idiot. You have no idea what's going on there. No idea at all. You don't even have to string a conversation together. You don't even have to string a conversation together. You couldn't even hold a conversation for 3 minutes, let alone 3 seconds. But this you're good at, the excellent, the accident, which leads to nowhere. The broad road leads to nowhere. You see this road here, this narrow road here with long suffering and hardship. There's a light at the end of it though. And you're not on it, you can't get it because it's too hard for you. Oh, it's always too hard, of course it's too hard for you. The easiest part you took out of it was, oh, we don't eat pork. Yo, there's more to the Torah here. Then we don't eat pork. You damn tramp. Right? And you're listening to these weak sons, I asked you, right, to pick something what you're addicted to, because we're all addicted to something, including me. And I asked you to pick one thing. When you pick that, then pick a day tomorrow. Now go half a day and test yourself and see how strong you are, if you can go half a day. No, you're meant to do a whole day, but you're not strong enough. So we're saying, do half a day, whether it's drinking, whether it's smoking, whether it's bullying, whether it's gambling, whether it's a sex bet. See if you can stop that for half a day, right? and then see how you feel. Now, if that feeling there is what you're running from, see, and that's why you deal with the nonsense, so you don't have to feel with yourself. But when you do get that feeling, this is when now the system is going to come to you and say, if you don't take this mark, mate, we're going to leave you in that feeling. And that feeling you're going to have for a good 5 months when they take away everything, your tablets, everything. Because you wouldn't know what to do if they took these stuff away from you, innit? This is why they have you doing their nonsense, because you don't want to go without. But they're going to take this away soon. As you can see, it's getting dismantled already. What are you going to do? But anyway, set yourself a challenge. Tomorrow, pick one of the things that you keep doing, right? And try not to do it for half a day. And then see how you feel. And then sit with that feeling. And this is why white boys are always killing themselves. Because when there ain't no one else to kill, they kill themselves. But before you kill yourself and kill others, why don't you look into yourself and see why you don't like yourself? Because if you did like yourself, you wouldn't be killing, would you? It's just simple. It's not hard, man. Just simplify it. Then you can stop killing people, you damn tramp. Yeah, you built unbalanced sons, man. That's what you built them. And now they're killing themselves because they're just confused. They're unbalanced, done. You've given too much information to digest to compete against the real sons. That's what you've done. And they can't compete against us because they commit suicide. You damn tramp. Calling them Sir and Lord. They ain't even done nothing. They don't even have to brush his teeth and he's called Sir and Lord. You damn tramp. Yeah, trying to get him to look like, oh look, Farmer, look at our boys, give it to yours. No, Farmer took the power out of us, remember. He did it. Because he doesn't want us to be like you. That's why. Damn tramp. And that is the whole dance. He made these children suffer and put them right next to you so they don't be like you. That's why. That's why. Hates the way you are. Hates the food, the smell of it, the music, because you're connected to Satan. Right? And the woman's seed, this is why you don't like women. The women's seed will crush the head of the serpent. And this is what the dance is all about. This is why you're trying to wipe out women and wipe out the sons. That's what it's about. And he's petrified of that prophecy because he knows it's written, so it will come to pass. You damn tramp. And Esau, which is modern Israel, your one is written, right? In Malachi, chapter 1, verse 2. I hate Esau, right? And his country hill, that's what it's called where you live. Your community, your land. His country hill, I will lay waste. Why? For the jackals of the desert to go there. And that's his, and he knows that. So he's trying to bring you with him to the lake of fire down there. That's what they're trying to do. That's what they're doing. Because it's about 2 nations again. Them 2 twins in the belly. 2 nations, the man said, are in you. Not 2 twins. 2 nations are in you. That's what it says. 2 nations are in you. For Jacob's hand held Esau's heel for the beginning. For Esau is the end of this age. And Jacob is the beginning of the one that follow. So, the beginning of a man is his hand. And the end of a man is his heel. So, seek nothing else between the hand and the heel. Simple. It's not hard. God's sake. Yes, I'm done, Esau. It's the end of this age. Yes, I'm done. In your illusion and confusion. Yes, I'm done.
It's just an illusion. And almost confusion. It's just an illusion. It's just an illusion. And almost confusion. It's just an illusion. It's just an illusion. And almost confusion. It's just an illusion. It's just an illusion. And almost confusion. It's just an illusion. It's just an illusion. And almost confusion. It's just an illusion. It's just an illusion. And almost confusion. It's just an illusion. It's just an illusion. And almost confusion. It's just an illusion. It's just an illusion.
Yeah, I want to read you because the spirit is alive. I'm going to put the typic one down, Father, because I was in the kitchen and the spirit's the same. To go back to this lady, the continuity of the words of Yahuwah, the final awakening. Yeah, these books are only for the sons, and there's another one here as well. This one here is even dead. I haven't read it yet. This one here, same lady as well. The great awakening of the black Hebrew Israelites. This is for the spirit, and this one as well. And I'm gonna go on these ones for now. I'm gonna go on this one because I'm already on there, and the spirits are calling me for her. I know, because there's definitely messing with the spirit now. Look where I am now. Which page am I on now? I'm here now. I am there. Look, crossed it up. But I'll take a page back so I can refresh myself. Yeah, we're going to go here. Line for line. You know, the line for line. The precept on precept. Yeah, you read, man. You're damn right, though. Can't be listening to these fools telling you nonsense to them in books that they wrote. No. I deal with truth. Spirit needs to grow. The man grows with Hebrew truth. Not your nonsense, though. Not your foolishness. Not at all. For the stuff that you've done to my ancestors and me, and you want to come and trap me again. You're mad, Rasta. Not at all. Right, I don't need this now, do I? No, I'm reading. So you can put the... I'm going to have to food as well. I need nothing here. I know. And I got a packet of minstrels. Weird. The simple things, innit? I like the simple things. Just simple. On the home life. I like simple things. Leave me alone. I'm just a simple guy now. I'm with Yahuwah. Right? But I'm a lion when I see you, though. Instant. Turn into a lion straight when I see you. But be cub. You know what I mean? It's a nice cub. But then when we see it's a different story now. The stuff that you've done and continue to do to people, and you keep getting out that stupid pale Willie and bringing it to children. Move that stupid Willie, you stinking smelly tramp. You should be bringing that in women's direction, but you can't handle a woman, you damn tramp. You didn't even know that women have orgasms, you stupid idiot. You're an absolute joke, man. You're an embarrassment to all the sons. You make us look like we can't do our thing down, you damn tramp. Just because what the system makes her have money, so it means that we can't function without money. Well, you can't. You can't spin a web, huh? And make something happen, huh? You can't hustle with your style, huh? Damn tramp. Try to spin a web. Try it. And get something, huh? But if it's... Systems all set out for you. Well, you got bees white, and they call you Sir and Lord. You damn crock of spring. And pay you big money just for being a Sir and a Lord. So why are you committing suicide? Why is your rate of committing suicide the highest? When they're calling you Sir, and they're calling you Lord, because there's something else going on. Isn't there, Esau? You damn crock of spring. It's not so good being a Sir and a Lord, is it? Yeah, because not everything in this magical world is quite as it seems, right? Now, imagine, you're in a world of walking camera and everything, and they tell you, we don't protect nursing infant children. What would you do? You would run on 100 miles, you'd run, and that's what all the millionaires and all the people are doing. Because you allow Esau to announce in this country, which was once a very good country though, in the 70s and 80s, you're damn right it was, right? With all the nonsense what they was going on with the Thatcher and all that, but NF, it was still beautiful because the people were together, the people, right? But now though, you let them slip in and put laws in that doesn't protect children. So when the energy is off there, then the energy comes in. The spiritual energy comes in because you've taken the energy off it by saying we don't protect them, you damn tramp. Rasta, I mean, you want to come and put your makeup on and go that you're half decent and you can't even protect children that come out your vagina. Are you stupid or what? Excuse me. The bodyguard can bodyguard himself. The question is, who is going to bodyguard the children? Huh? Huh? Who is going to bodyguard the children? Huh? Israel? No, they sexually abuse the children. They burn the children, not them, down tramp. And you're too scared to talk up for children because what? You're not going to get your house, or you're not going to get a car, or you're not going to get a promotion. Promotion, you're. And this is where we're at. We have to decide whether promotion or children. Which one? Promotion or children. Which one? It's a hard one. I don't know which one. It's really hard. Which one? Guys, help me. Which one? The children or promotion? I hear you say promotion. You move from me. And this is where you're at. This is why you commit suicide, because the elements around you don't like you, so they put things in you to make you hate yourself even more, and that's what you're running from. So you're doing all these mad things that makes you think you're running from yourself. When they take these things up, you're left with yourself, and then what does white boys do? They kill themselves, and this is why they're committing suicide at the highest rate possible. Now how can Action Man be now killing himself? Huh? How can this wicked slave master be now killing himself? I wonder what he did in the past, him and his children, huh? Because what you reap, you sow. So, I wonder why you're committing suicide. It's not hard, is it? I wonder why. And your birth rate is below 0 as well. Not hard, is it? For the wickedness you've done, which you don't want to speak about. So, what they have to do, they have to silence you by your suicide rate. Because it overtakes, guys, your birth rate. Let me say that again. Your suicide rate overtakes your birth rate. Because you sons, you've lost humanity. You don't even make love to your woman no more. So how are you going to have birth rate if you don't make love to your woman? Huh? You sons. I mean, you're killing yourself. It makes no sense, does it? Because you make no sense. And this is Father doing this to you. Muddling you up. Mudding you up, though. This is Father. But the mud up that you mud up the earth. And appoint yourself to all different parts of the land. And its resources. So what about the children on the land with the resources? They don't get it now, do they? Huh. You forgot about the children. Here's the question. You need to look into yourself, right? And remember, you, like myself, and sit down, was once a child. So the question is, you need to ask yourself, why don't you like children? That's not even the question. The question is, why did you allow Esau to turn you against children and turn you against brown children? Why did you allow, when you yourself was once vulnerable and a child yourself? Huh? You forget, huh? Since your balls dropped, you think you're a man, huh? Your country needs you. What that one? What that old malarkey? Rasta. Whitey.
Super DJ.
And we're going to go down to the manga and get the fish as well. And they're about to snap as well. Yeah. £9, you know. That's what I went out there. What, for a couple? £9, one fish, you know. £9. And then the other one is £12. One fish, you know. Weird. Was it nice though? One fish. Was it nice though? They got yellow snapper, they got red snapper, they got all type of fish in there. So weird, but it's expensive, Toto. It is expensive, right? It is nothing like Captain Birdseye. No, man, that's water. That's not fish. That's water. We're talking about real fish. You know when they take it on, this is a fish. Fish, man, fish. With no batter on it, which is raising agents. Father doesn't like raising agents, and every food that we eat. If you look at the back of it, guys. Excuse me, sorry. Excuse me. If you look at the back of anything, most things that you have will say raising agent on there, and that's the danger, guys. That's the danger. And we're not allowed to eat yeast as well. We ain't. We're not allowed to eat yeast as well. And unleavened bread, not at all. And then like next week now I'm going to tell my man we don't want it in the house at all, because we're going to get him off bread because he's got a belly like that. That's because of the bread. But he's seeing that now. And we're going to go and show him how to do it properly. I'll just cook for him. He just pays me, I'll just cook for him. You know what I mean? Because I eat this food every day. And he's going to start eating it as well. Because that booger wagger food, what they're giving you to is nonsense. It's going to stay out, you're looking like that. And he wants to train. I said, all right, we'll fix it. We'll fix it up. You're going to come off that nonsense. He said, I'm ready. I said, no, you're ready. Of course you're ready. But everything's a process, you know, patience. And then the spirits have got to come into you as well. It's got to be right before you do anything. You check the spirits and then you do it. Don't just do it on your own and think, yeah, because it's, no, that's what they teach you. That's nonsense done. That's what gets Father and Yeshua annoyed. You don't come and ask them when you're doing something because you think you can just do it. You know what I mean? Forget that nonsense. Ask them for help. That's what they're here for. That's what they're here for. We can't do this thing on our own. It's designed that we can't. It's designed that we ask them for help. That's what it is. And then you go to the machine, because you've got to go through the machine. And that's on purpose to frustrate you. These wicked people. They've got no love for nobody. You need to understand this. They have no love for nobody. It's built by Satan. He has no love. The people that you see working for him, they're the most unhappiest. They know what I'm saying. And I'm not speaking to their flesh. Excuse me, I'm speaking to their spirit. Not even they know they've got a spirit until they hear me speaking to them. But anyway, boom. They absolutely feel that they want to commit suicide. So why do you think they commit suicide? Because they know they've been tricked. That's why. But they're not allowed to tell you. Because if they tell you, it's in the contract. We'll kill you. What about the Torah? It's over there. What about the Torah? What does it say? It says, if we catch you with one page, or if we see you reading this book, we can put you to death. That's what it says. You damn tramp. And that's what it says. So they're even telling you that we're this, that, whatnot. And if you read up what they're... Well, doesn't even make you think why they're saying this. Doesn't make you think why. Huh? Obviously not, because they're giving you treats. They're giving you materials that you've never had because you've been in a cave for so long. And you sold yourself out for these materials. And now you're realising what you've done is wrong. Because you've got no protection now. None at all. And while you're worrying and fretting, these children are rising. You can't see it. You can't see it. And you brought this on yourself, guys. You hurt defenseless children. And you're burning children to this day. Still burning them. To this day.
Yeah.
alliance, President Trump criticised NATO countries for not supporting the US in the war in Iran, singling out the UK.
You would think that they'd be very willing to do something to help us, and they really weren't. In the case of the United Kingdom, the Prime Minister, I guess he's no longer there, maybe because of this. It was a very unpopular thing he did. He said, "No, we'll help after the war is over." I said, "I don't need that kind of help." We didn't need any help at all.
Let's talk to Frank Gardner, who is at the summit in Ankara for us. President Trump has not given Sir Keir Starmer an easy time over the past couple of years, has he? And he's keeping up the pressure.
He certainly is, Sophie, yes. They are going to be sitting next to each other at the North Atlantic Council meeting because United Kingdom is, of course, next to United States of America, and everyone, I think, is going to be looking carefully at the mood music there. Donald Trump really is the wild card at this summit because the big fear is that the US could accelerate its drawdown of forces away from Europe and towards the sea, etc. So keeping Donald Trump on side is really important. And the host of this conference is, of course, President Erdogan, the Turkish president. They've got a very good dynamic together. He was greeted personally at the airport by him. But at the same time, we've got President Zelensky here. Now, he is pleading desperately for better air defense. He needs Patriot missiles. His country has been coming under repeated attack from Russian missiles aimed not at defensive positions, but aimed at residential apartment blocks that are killing dozens of Ukrainian civilians. So he is pleading for interceptors to stop that. Then, of course, there's the Iran factor, which I think is a divisive factor for NATO. Donald Trump, you heard him there, he's very bitter that NATO, which is a defensive alliance, not an offensive one, but it didn't come to his aid, his support in his war, which was a war of choice against Iran, and he's not forgiven them for that. So underneath the veneer of unity, of all the announcements of new defense procurement contracts, there is this fissure that runs right down the middle of the North Atlantic that could still threaten NATO unity. Sophie.
Frank Gardner, thank you. To the World Cup now, and co-hosts the USA have been knocked out of the competition by Belgium just hours after huge controversy following President Trump's intervention over a red card. He asked FIFA to review the suspension of America's top striker, who was subsequently allowed to play. FIFA officials insist the decision was made independently. Adam Wilde reports.
Get my man to drive now.
The American dream unfulfilled. The third of the co-hosts have fallen in dramatic fashion.
The World Cup is over for the USA team. The controversy that has engulfed them is, for now, not going anywhere. Following Balogun, his face here covered, but still in the eye of a storm over political interference in the integrity of the sport.
We're just about set for kick-off here in Seattle.
It could have been the big moment for the co-hosts. Instead, the presence of Balogun dominated. Having been sent off in the USA's previous game, the expectation was that he would have been suspended. Yet, here he was, FIFA suspending his ban following an intervention from President Donald Trump, sparking intense criticism.
It is jeopardizing the credibility of the entire sport. I think seriously FIFA has to think a lot about not becoming a kindergarten for clowns, because this is dangerous, because it is interfering in the rules of the game and what football is.
This could be trouble for Gerald Clancy in England. The ramifications are widening. The FA is now considering whether to appeal the suspension of England's Jarell Quansah after his red card. Others, including France, are doing the same over bans for their players.
Here's Lukaku!
USA ultimately were well beaten by Belgium 4-1, with celebrations that appear to mimic the now infamous dancing of the US president.
The world was rooting against the US tonight, and I think that was probably a very big factor in their head.
The pressure was on him, and he couldn't do it.
A little politics got into it, and it just didn't help the team at all.
The row for now continues. The USA do not. For Belgium, the final message, another taunt. Overturn this. Adam Wilde, BBC News.
And there's more World Cup drama going on tonight. The defending champions Argentina are playing Egypt in Atlanta for a place in the quarterfinals of the World Cup. And at half-time, the score was 1-0 to Egypt after they took an early lead with a header from Yasser Ibrahim. And they held on to their lead when their goalkeeper saved a Lionel Messi penalty. Well, the winners will go on to face either Colombia or Switzerland in the quarterfinals. And at Wimbledon, American Grand Slam champion Coco Gauff is into the semi-finals for the first time. In the men's singles, defending champion Yannick Sinner has also reached the semis, while British hopes rest on wildcard Arthur Ferry, ranked 114th in the world. He is preparing for his biggest tennis match to date, as Katie Gore reports.
A week ago, British tennis seemed in the doldrums, and then up stepped a 23-year-old wildcard.
And the dream is still alive for Arthur Ferry.
He's one of only a handful of British players to have made the quarterfinals of Wimbledon this century, and he's by far the most unlikely.
Soak it in.
Even his coach looked as if he could barely believe it. And for a player who was born in France but raised in Wimbledon, this isn't just a tournament, it's home.
It's where I grew up.
This is what happens when a blade is sharper than it needs to be. This blade makes some men uncomfortable. It's unnecessarily sharp.
He gives them autonomy. That's what it was in the Muslim world. He gives.
This is what happens when a blade is sharper than it needs to be. This blade makes some men uncomfortable. I mean, it's unnecessarily sharp.
The West is misogynistic, and always has been. And I mean that according to the dictionary definition. They hate women, truly. The West is misogynistic, and always has been. And I mean that according to the dictionary definition. They hate women, truly. There's no other culture or civilization in history, in my opinion, that degrades and belittles women as much as the West. They objectify women so profoundly that women in the West objectify themselves. They used to wonder, whether or not women have souls. And it seems like they ultimately decided that they don't. Women are nothing to them but bodies.
True.
Women are nothing but bodies in Western culture.
To them.
They're decorations. Women's bodies are supposed to be part of the scenery. Nothing but props. That's why you can even have this absurd debate about what a woman is, because if she is nothing but a body, which is what she is in the West, if she's nothing but, lipstick and breasts, hips and a hairdo, then she can be replicated. A man can make himself look like that. He can do a convincing performance, an exaggerated impression of what a woman is, a lampoon. He can do what's essentially a gender minstrel show. Instead of blackface, it's lipstick and makeup and a wig, plus some hormone injections. Because they really think that that's all that women are. And that's all they want women to be. That's what they want women to be, because that's what they reward women for being. I mean, I saw a report that's a few years old, but it showed that strippers make as much money as a lawyer on average. Now, in a materialistic culture of commodification like the West, it's easy to see what the society approves of and what they value, because that's who gets paid. So when you send a message to women and to girls that wealth can be rapidly expedited for them if they take off their clothes on stage or on camera,
as she does,
rather than develop their minds, rather than develop their skills, their character, and so on. When you tell women and girls that you're going to have to go to university for years, you're going to have to be in the workforce for years before society will monetarily reward you anywhere close to what it will reward you right now, today, if you will just objectify yourself and get naked in front of strangers.
You hear that?
The message is crystal clear.
Crystal clear.
We want you to be what we think you are. The West is misogynistic, and always has been. And I mean that according to the dictionary definition. They hate women, truly. There's no other culture or civilization in history, in my opinion, that degrades and belittles women as much as the West. They objectify women so profoundly that women in the West objectify themselves. They used to wonder, whether or not women have souls. And it seems like they ultimately decided that they don't. Women are nothing to them but bodies. Women are nothing but bodies in Western culture. They're decorations. Women's bodies are supposed to be part of the scenery. Nothing but props. That's why you can even have this absurd debate about what a woman is, because if she is nothing but a body, which is what she is in the West, if she's nothing but, lipstick and breasts, hips and a hairdo, then she can be replicated. A man can make himself look like that. He can do a convincing performance, an exaggerated impression of what a woman is, a lampoon. He can do what's essentially a gender minstrel show. Instead of blackface, it's lipstick and makeup and a wig, plus some hormone injections. Because they really think that that's all that women are. And that's all they want women to be. You know that's what they want women to be, because that's what they reward women to be. I mean, I saw a report that's a few years old, but it showed that strippers make as much money as a lawyer on average. Now, in a materialistic culture of commodification like the West, it's easy to see what the society approves of and what they value, because that's who gets paid. So when you send the message to women and to girls that wealth can be rapidly expedited for them if they take off their clothes on stage or on camera, rather than develop their minds, rather than develop their skills, their character, and so on. When you tell women and girls that you're going to have to go to university for years, you're going to have to be in the workforce for years before society will monetarily reward you anywhere close to what it will reward you right now, today, if you will just objectify yourself and get naked in front of strangers. The message is crystal clear. We want you to be what we think you are, which is a sexual object. And if you'll go along with that, you will be generously rewarded. We don't think you have dignity. We don't think you have honor. We don't think you're decent.
That's not right.
We think
that's what they feel.
And get naked rewards you right now, today, if you will just objectify yourself and get naked in front of wealth can be rapidly expedited for them if they take off their clothes on stage or on camera, rather than develop their minds, rather than develop their skills, their character, and so on. When you tell women and girls that you're going to have to go to university for years, you're going to have to be in the workforce for years before society will monetarily reward you anywhere close to what it will reward you right now, today, if you will just objectify yourself and get naked in front of strangers. The message is crystal clear.
And she does it.
We want you to be what we think you are, which is a sexual object. And if you'll go along with that, you will be generously rewarded. We don't think you have dignity. We don't think you have honor. We don't think you're decent.
Why do you want to ask you?
We think that you're agents of the devil and instruments of sin. You caused the fall of man.
You did.
That's deeply embedded
but that's not right, though.
in the cultural thinking of the West.
Look at that.
And clothes.
Tries to use it for his advantage. Just because, see the bell rings. Just because, yes, Eve is the fall of man. Yeah. But you see how they like to use it. You see how they like to use it. You see how they like to use it. Just like when, Ray Carlin, when when the two sons, here we go, sorry, I do apologize. When Ham, the African child, saw his dad's nakedness, and then white people come and turn it around and say, we are allowed to enslave you because you saw your father's nakedness. So it says now in the Bible that we can enslave you because you saw your father's nakedness. Now, number one, it doesn't say that at all in there. And number two, it was Ham, the African child, who saw the nakedness, not Shem. It was Shem and Japheth who went round backwards with a blanket and covered their father. But you see how wicked Christianity is, the Christian one, and telling Christianity. And this is what they're telling the children. This is what they're telling the children in that religion. The religion says it's all right for us to enslave you because in the book it says that you saw your dad's nakedness, and this is what they've been telling them. So I heard. I said, this is why Father didn't put me in that nonsense. Not that I would have believed anyway, because we've got style and quality, and there's no way I would have been looking at them thinking, their father's children. There's no way, Rasta. There is no way. There is no way. Even when you got me to be your altar boy. You know what I mean now? I just have no memory. I just have memory of ringing it and going in the box, the confession box, and eating the bread, lots of it, because we used to get it as kids as a treat. I don't remember anything else. And 1 and 2 of the songs, and I don't remember anything else about that time. And then when I look at my mum's pictures, I see the pictures, so I know it was me because I've got the pictures at my mum's house. But that's Satan doing that. That's Satan trying to build his ministry and get all the children. That's not your white children, he wants the brown children. That's what he goes for. The brown children, father's children, not your children. And because he can't get them, he puts war against them. And there's been war against the brown children because they're father's children. It's not hard to work out. So stop going like you're dumb, otherwise you're going to die in this foolishness.
Cultural thinking of the West. And clothes, being covered, covering your nakedness, is only for the dignified. That's why they strip you in interrogations, to break you down, to humiliate you, to demean you, to create an imbalance of power between you and the interrogators. I know what I'm talking about because they did it to me.
Okay.
They do it to make you vulnerable.
Okay.
Well, that's what the Western society does to women. Forget about slut shaming. They practice modesty shaming, virtue shaming, dignity shaming. Because who are you to think that every man in the public sphere isn't supposed to be able to see your body? What makes you so special? What makes you think that you have the right to deny any man's eyes access to your body?
Terrible.
Your bodies are supposed to be public.
Terrible.
Your bodies are supposed to be decorations.
For him.
That's the culture.
For him.
And they don't want dignified women in the public sphere.
Too much problems for him.
They don't want virtuous women in the public sphere.
Too much problem for him. Too hard.
They don't want modesty.
Too hard for them.
So now France has banned women from wearing abayas in school. Women can't wear clothes in schools that deny male teachers and fellow students access to enjoy their figures, to enjoy their bodies. And of course, this is just a crooked way of banning Muslim women from education. Just like the public ban on the niqab, France wants Muslim women to stay in their homes, and they don't want them to go to school. In other words, they're not allowed to be in public, they're not allowed to go to school, unless they go along with your objectification and misogyny.
With their nonsense, yeah.
Because Muslim women destroy your narrative about women.
Of course it does.
And that's unacceptable to you. Muslim women destroy your vindictive understanding of patriarchy. And that destroys your whole narrative about Muslim men in the process. True. And by extension, your whole slanderous narrative about Islam.
True.
Because like I've said before, in Islam,
they try to do that
men have authority over women. And we don't say that that means superiority over women. It's absurd to pretend that the Muslim world is misogynistic on any scale like the West, especially with regards to the issue of hijab. I mean, I don't think there's any better argument against the claim
I have to stop here.
that hijab is a manifestation.
I have to stop here because Muslims are just as bad. I know I have to stop and go somewhere else because they're just as bad. They're just as bad. I mean, they can't talk about moralness at all. Not at all. What with that Muhammad? You don't know him. You don't know him. Just telling you peace be upon him. Go and find out about him. Married 6-year-old children and many more stuff. Go and find out about him. Tarouted. Says our Gabriel gave him the powers. Gabriel is our man. He's not going to give him no damn powers. When he tried to kill Isaac. So why is Abraham then going to give you powers when he tried to kill Isaac? That's what I mean, guys. You need to know the story. You need to know the story. And because we're the children, it's not going to let you come and tell us about Jesus said and all that nonsense. And we're ham and we done this and that so you can do that. They put me none of that nonsense at all to try and confuse the children and make the children feel like they're whatless when the children are royalty He put me in none of that Rasta. Put me with sound system, man, and top men as well. Damn tramp. I love and care for you and show you things. Not to tell you about you this and that, and then when I come and have sex with you and all that nonsense. Move, man, you try to Satan. All you're interested in is children at bottom. Move, man. You sick Satan child. Right? And squeaky bum time for you. Oh, I didn't even mean to say that, I just came out. But anyway, it's that time for you now anyway. Why? Because people are talking about this thing now. And you've been hiding doing it, you dirty, stinking, smelly dog. And now it's coming out. Don't you dare commit suicide, you tramp. Don't try it now. Don't you dare commit suicide, you little boy. Don't you dare. Because if you do try and do it, it's going to be a painful one. And all it does is pauses it. That's what it does. Because it's not after the flesh. Father's after your spirit, the one that you put in there. He puts it in there. Did you know that? Where do you think you get it from? Huh? A paper bag? No. He put it in there. You Rasta. And these are the things we don't know about. We don't know about what's inside us. And it's crazy, because the thing that makes us move and groove and talk about, we don't know nothing about it. This system does that. The system. Because they have an ulterior motive. That's why. That's why we're dumb and don't know each other. Right? That's why we don't like each other. Because they separate you. They get you to go along with their way. They give you stuff. The stuff that they've stolen. And then put laws on it. And say, right, you have this means that, that means it. So you have to go through them. Madness, Rasta. And if you don't, then they want to come and send you to court and make up stories. Oh, you've done this, you've done that. You've done it's control, man. And then you've got these petty sons and petty daughters who've never had anything in their life who work for them. You damn tramps. Not hard to work out, you stupid idiot. And when they come out the sky and murder you, what are you going to do then? You damn tramp. You signed your life away. And now they're telling you how they hate your women.
Of male and he has always highlighted some of the things that need to be done for us to kind of have a united society where we can appreciate each other. But one thing he always points out is that the white system has always benefited from the flaws that black people have, and the nation in the global south have been forced to continue depending on the approval of many nations in the West. It is sad that this is the reality, but there will come a moment when nations in the global south will have to realize that they need to change and advance in everything that they do. I have this clip from Sheikh Bolson speaking about some of these issues that I've highlighted. Let's watch. I shall come back at the end.
Tired of heat? 2 NASA engineers have the fix, and it cools rooms in 90 seconds. It's smaller than a toaster, cools any room in 90 seconds, and uses just a fraction of the energy of a regular...
Hey guys, you know what, right? What we need to realize here, we're in a spiritual world. Say it again, I will. What we need to realize here, guys, we're in a spiritual world. It's a spiritual world. That's what we're in. We're in a spiritual world. Didn't know that, did you? You didn't know that, did you? I bet you didn't know the trees can get up and run and walk. I bet you didn't know that. I bet you didn't know that. When their dad comes, they get up and run out of fear until he says, wait, and then they can't do it. You don't know this, no? Rasta! You don't know this, no? You don't know this. You know so much about your pretty self, but you don't know about the creator, the danger, the one that kills and the one that produces life. You don't know about that one? Rasta.
Look at him.
What was that?
Yes, there you go. Celebrating.
Oh, right, them lot.
Celebrating Britishness. It's perfect. They look so happy.
Celebrating Britishness.
They look so happy. They look so excited.
Let me see it again.
Will have to realize that they need to change and advance in everything that they do. I have this clip from Sheikh Bolson speaking about some of these issues that I've highlighted. Okay. Let's watch. I shall come back at the end.
Okay. I get it.
Look at him. Yes, there you go. Celebrating.
I get it.
Celebrating Britishness. It's perfect. They look so happy. They look so happy. They look so excited. That's nice. Fried bologna as far as the eye can see. No, that's right. What did I tell you about the riots last year, whenever that was? Last year, I think? It was a festival. It's a festival for them. Those race riots, that's a festival. It's a celebration of their culture. Because this is their culture. This is cathartic for them. Should be like this. Should be like this. It doesn't bother me at all. No. This is Jason Voorhees without the hockey mask. No, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. When people stop pretending to be what they're not.
True.
What they've never been.
Never been.
This is a celebration of their culture. That's what it is, truly. Everything it means to be British. Hate, paranoia, insecurity, fear, violent, ugly, drunk. Huh. What could be more English than that? And not a dentist in all that whole 150,000 of them, probably. All rallying around a convicted hooligan, convicted fraudster, stalker, drug dealer as their national hero. It's perfect. It's perfect. Couldn't be more English. And of course they're angry. Yes, they're angry. They feel like they're losing their country. And that's on you. Wallahi, that's on you. All you immigrants, all you Muslims who went over there, the Africans, Caribbeans, Asians, and so forth, that's on you. Because you believed them.
Yeah.
And you never should have believed them.
Yeah.
You believed them.
You saw the culture.
When they said that they were multicultural. You know, that they're tolerant. And that they could accept you ever being a Brit. You thought that they would treat you, for some reason, I don't know why, you thought that they would treat you one way in your home country and another way in their country. So that's on you. That's your own naivete, your own gullibility. They are monoculturalists, and they always have been.
Very true.
Monoculturalists. They don't even like other so-called white people.
True.
That's right.
True.
They hate the French.
True.
They hate the Germans.
The
they hate
Irish.
the Polish. You know? They hate the
Welsh.
Russians.
The
And everyone knows what they did to the Irish, how they treated the Irish.
Exactly. And then
Irish just about have to be the most palest skinned people on this planet. No, they're monoculturalists. All the Europeans are. The British are, and the rest of them are. There's no difference. That's why their entire history, just right up until like yesterday, was nothing but endless wars. Endless wars against each other. But somehow, wallahi, I don't know how, but somehow you thought that they would welcome you into their country. I told you before, that they look at you exactly the same in London as they looked at you when you were in India, or they looked at you in Africa, or they looked at you when you were working their sugar plantations in Jamaica. No, they didn't look down at you in your own countries. They didn't look down at you like that because of where you were. They treated you like that because of who you are. You understand me? But when you immigrate over there, you know, whether it's to the UK or to America or to Australia or wherever else in the so-called West, you're calling their bluff. You understand? You're calling their bluff about tolerance, about multiculturalism. And as it turns out that it was always just a bluff. It's always been a bluff. It's fake.
Of course it is fake.
It's like someone with a fake university degree. You know, you start talking to them about their supposed field of study, and they can wing it for a while. They can, you know, improv for a while, but eventually it comes out that they just have no idea what they're talking about. They're a dropout. Eventually they're going to start stuttering and talking nonsense. Because you put them on the spot, and you can't tell a Westerner, you know, to put up or shut up, because they can't shut up. So you can't tell them that. They'll lash out. They'll break. They'll explode when you call them on their bluff. You can set your watch to that. That's like clockwork. Oh, they can't take that kind of pressure.
White rage.
They can't take the pressure of having to actually live up to the values that they preach about. They can't do it.
The truth.
And they'll come after you. They'll come after you if you put them on the spot.
I'm getting to call.
I mean, imagine yourself. This is what it's like. Imagine yourself. Whatever you hate. You know, everybody hates something. Doesn't matter what it is. Anything that you can't stand. Just think about anything you can't stand. It's a smell, or it's a type of music, or like if you hate your job, for example. You hate your job, you hate the people on your job. Think about how miserable it is. You know, how hard it is to keep that hate all bottled up. All day long, you have to play the role. You have to be polite. You have to be cooperative with your coworkers. But the whole time, you can't actually stand them. They're driving you up the wall. And then on top of that, you're also in a job that you're not even qualified for, right? You say you lied on your CV, you lied on your resume, just so you could get the job.
That's them.
So now, not only do you have to go along with the coworkers that you can't stand, you also have to pretend like you know what you're doing. You have to pretend like you're doing your job, even though you don't know how to do that job. It's like you got hired for quantum computing or something. Meanwhile, you've only ever worked as a line cook. You have no idea what you're doing. That's a lot of pressure.
True.
You put yourself under a lot of pressure. Eventually, you're going to break. Well, that's the British. That's the British right now. You never believed in tolerance. Wallahi. The truth is, you never believed in tolerance. You never believed in multiculturalism. You never respected the people that you colonized.
Yeah.
In fact, you never even saw the people that you colonized as full human beings. You always saw them as inferior.
True.
You always saw them as deserving of subjugation, deserving of exploitation.
True.
And now you have to pretend otherwise.
True.
And you're breaking, you're buckling under the pressure.
True.
Because you can't do it. Because you are the way you are.
True.
So, yes, there's a big celebration.
Damn right.
It's a coming out party, basically. England is coming out of the closet, reasserting their core Western British identity as bigots. Because the way people have always been is the way that those people will always be. And the only thing that has ever proven to change that about any people is Islam. Christianity didn't change you. The so-called Enlightenment didn't change you. Secularism didn't change you. Science, technology, and what have you. Humanism. None of this changed you. None of this has ever changed you. None of it has ever pushed you to become better human beings. You've always been just as you are. You're exactly the same as you were 10,000 years ago with only slightly better hygiene. Now I'm telling you, there were people...
With only slightly better hygiene. You hear that? You hear that? And you're calling people all these horrible names. And your hygiene. People remember you for your hygiene.
None of it has ever pushed you to become better human beings. You've always been just as you are. You're exactly the same as you were 10,000 years ago with only slightly better hygiene. Now I'm telling you, there were people who showed up to protest against that festival of hateful British values. There were people who showed up to protest. I'm telling you, you're in denial. Everyone in the Global South knows that Tommy Robinson is an apt representative of the UK, an apt representative of England. He's no different morally or in terms of character than a Winston Churchill or a Margaret Thatcher or an Oliver Cromwell.
True.
They're all thugs.
True.
They've never been anything but thugs. Ask the Irish. Ask the people who've known them the longest.
Yeah, true.
Oh, they're vicious people.
Very.
They're vicious, paranoid, insecure people.
I'm getting through it with them.
Do you know in Ireland, they literally made a law in Ireland that it wasn't allowed for men to walk in the streets with their hands in their pockets because the British were afraid that they might pull out a weapon. That's how scared they are. Because they know that they never do right by anyone.
Never.
They know that they never do right by the people that they put themselves in power over. They abuse and misuse everyone.
That's true.
So that puts you in a constant state of fear. You can't be hateful and confident at the same time.
Yeah, very true.
No, if you're hateful and you're vicious, then you're also always going to be scared and insecure, because you know that you might get caught out. You know, you might be caught slipping, and your victims might take some retributive justice on you.
Yeah.
So of course, your only course of action is always going to be aggression. It's always going to be aggression. Offense is the best defense. Isn't that what they say? They came up with that.
I know they did.
So yes, in my opinion, this march or this rally or whatever you want to call it, this festival of British values is absolutely and quintessentially British. Now, if you think that Tommy Robinson is misrepresenting British culture, again, you're in denial. You're either in denial or you're not familiar with British history. No, he represents both the past and the future of the United Kingdom.
Rule Britannia.
And by the past, I mean the pre-colonial past.
Rule Britannia.
Because you're not going to be able to do like you did in that past anymore. You're not going to be able to do colonization like you did back in those days.
Brutal.
Your opportunities and your capacity for colonization are over.
And he wants to go on like his
So the UK is going to return to what it always was throughout history prior to colonization. It's going to be poor, sickly, violent, and miserable.
Of course it is.
Engaged in constant tension and conflict with the rest of Europe, with their neighbors and with the rest of Europe. That's your past and that's your future. You only got rich through stealing and through pillage of the global south.
Exactly.
And technically, if you understand economically what that means, that makes you actually a dependency, technically. And now the ones upon whom you have been historically dependent through exploitation and subjugation, now they're rising. And now they actually have decision-making authority.
Now we're rising.
Upon whom you have been historically dependent through exploitation and subjugation, now they're rising. And now they actually have decision-making authority.
Damn right.
Or anyway, they're increasingly securing that authority. So whereas before you could be an obnoxious and a belligerent individual.
go in front of these children? How can you go in front of your wild branch? You damn idiot. The more the corners of the earth people are attacking you, and you still think that you can go in front of these children. Right? Let me say again. From all the four corners, because it's not round, all the four, because it's truth time now. Right? All the four corners of the earth, people are telling you about your Rukumbai, and you still think you can go in front of the natural children. That's, I have no idea, miss. I have no idea. No idea. You don't even have to be friendly when you want to go in front of the children. You don't even have to make love to a woman. We want to go up to the children. And over here now that you don't even like women. Rasta, you're one confused child here, sir. You're supposed to be making love to women and multiplying. That's what Father does. He multiply, you know, multiplication. And your birth rate is below 0, but your suicide rate is higher than that. So obviously there's something wrong. You got it wrong again, this damn son. And this is Father who's doing this to you, man. This is him. This is the spiritual world we're living in. I keep telling you about the spiritual world. Because when they speak it just happens. No one can say anything. Because what you got inside, they control. You idiot. So you carry on listening to Satan and his little stupid 33% idiot sons who are already condemned going in their lake of the fire. They just want you to come with them. And while he was on the earth, look at the way they treated you. And then you still want to go and burn with these fools. And the way they treat them, and you ain't got the much courage to break away from them before the time comes that you go and burn with them. You're an idiot, man. You deserve them to be their stool pigeon, their footstool. You deserve to. You don't fight for yourself for nothing. You're an absolute joke. That's what the children get of you. You're a joke, right? guys, this system, I'm going to read it because it's too depressing. See all these things here, right? All these in dark blue. These are passages engineered how to harm these brown children in their own homes and in their own places. All these here. It's engineered to come and get us. Here's another one. All these here. I don't want to read them because they're too depressing. But this is how they strategically come and get these brown children. It's a strategic, systemic system towards brown boys. It's all written out here. And then there's another one here as well, guys. And this one was a project. You know when Father gave us to them? These cave people were over the moon. So they made a project out of it. And this is the project, 1619. This is the project. This is us. They made a book project out of it. We are their project. Were their inheritance. So they knew from then until 2019 when he come and got us. And that's when he gave you COVID. You know, COVID that you see what was going on. And while you're dealing, got mine, you get yours, why are you doing all that nonsense? He was getting his children ready. Because now he's doing his project. This was their project. Now it's his project, guys. And this is the dance, what's going on. I mean, they write books about it and set things up and they're not telling you what they've been doing. But then they get you to do their work and turn against us for no reason at all. But you need to look at yourself because you shouldn't have done it. You've been tricked. You shouldn't have done it, guys. Picking on people for no reason, and now you're getting to see all the truth of what this thing's all about. Engineered. It's wickedness, guys. And I'm going to court tomorrow for the same thing. They're trying to get me in jail for playing music. So we're going to cry and call for it. And we've got so much evidence to show. Because you need to see your system is getting unraveled. You've been hurting innocent children all your life. And now the children are fighting back just with their truth. And you have to have good representation though. You ain't going to get that unless you've got a good solicitor. And it took us 4 years to get one. Well, Father brought them to us. So we'll see how good they are now. We're actually talking about, you're a solicitor and you're a barrister. Let's see if you can do your job. Right? Because I know I could be a top barrister if need be. I'll be better than you, though. Right? And you're paying them. So let me see how good you are. You seem like you're very good. You got the energy for it. You got the spirit for it. Let's see what the guys are like and the girls. Because if you can't represent, you know me, I'm going to start for myself, I'm your father. You're damn right we will do, because this is just not right, this behaviour. It's a lie. It's an absolute lie. It's an engineered lie since I've come here. It's been engineered. And we're showing you the paperwork of engineering. I've shown you the book, a project, and they've got cameras in here as we speak, guys. They've got cameras in here. Since I walked in there, I could notice cameras. And everything they do is cameras in here. It's a project, guys. We're their project. So now we're showing them we're your project. We're showing them this now because Father's coming to kill them, guys. I'm not joking. I'm deadly serious. He speaks in this ear. He's coming to kill them. Right? Because they won't listen and they keep doing crafty counselling. He's put his children hidden. Right? And you're doing what? You're doing Psalms 83 verse 3. Or Psalms 83 verse 4. You mean to tell me I've hidden my children. Right? And then you come and do crafty counselling. When my children are hidden, and that's what he says. That's all he says. What about this one? Amos, chapter 9, verse 10. All the sinners of my people will die by the sword. That's what it says, one line. All the sinners of my people will die by the sword. That's what it says, one line. And these little one-liners and two-liners and paragraphs are all in the book, but you choose not to want to read it. So when it does happen, you can't say no one didn't tell you. You stay there. Listening to your sons again, and you just heard my man say how he doesn't like women. Unless you drop your panty and you drop your brassiere, and then they will make you sensational. But you're gonna take your clothes off in front of strangers, and then you do it, and then he pays you. It's a joke, though. It's a sexual joke. It's a sellout. And that's what it says in Revelation chapter 18. You prostituted the women. And you prostituted your daughters, and that's the word he uses in capital letters. Revelations chapter 18, it's in everyone's Bible, the word prostitute, and it's in capital letters. And that's what the harlot woman has done. And she says, I will never be a widow. I will never be dead. Yeah, we'll see. And then you can go and drink the period that comes out your blood. Now you can do it in front of everyone and show them how nasty you are. Because that's how Satan really does enjoy you. Because when you take the blood, what comes out of your period, and you drink it through. And you know what, people? These women do it. And these women do it just to please Satan. This is how nasty this thing is. And that is not even, that is just like the starters, that is. That's just like the starters. This is how nasty this thing is. And then they finish it off with burning the child, putting the child through the fire. These wicked people. And then now, their insides now can't take it no more. For what they've let themselves in for. But they didn't know it was that bad. And every day gets worse and worse and worse. This is why you're seeing sons committing suicide. This is why they're committing suicide. Rasta. And he's made sure there's no birth rate reduced. Like, it's Satan and his children. They don't want the children to have no children. Why? Because the children and the woman's seed is going to crush him. You stupid idiot. So he's got you turning against each other, got your birth rate down to 0, got you changing into men, and all them sort of stupid stuff, having operations, do anything to stop you from multiplying. Idiot. But remember, Father's already got his 144. He's already got that already. Not looking at you not to do anything, because he only brought us here not to be like you. And if you do come, you've only come because you're good behaviour and you've done it the way it's said to come. It's not here for you guys at all. You just happen to come in because the kids are just arrogant and ignorant. And that's how you got to come in. Romans 11:11. He had to ask you if I could borrow you to make these children jealous, and then I'll let you come in. Doesn't it say that? Doesn't it say that? Doesn't it say that? That's how precious these children are. He had to borrow you and give you a deal. Say, I'll let you in if you let me use you to make these lot jealous. Doesn't it say that? Romans chapter 11:11. You damn tramp. So they lied to you. You've been lied to, man.
Now you're going to have to be an obsequious dependency. And I know that makes you mad. But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
This is the way the world turns. You can't steal someone else's light and claim to have a bright future. No.
You can't steal someone else's light. There it is there, bro. There it is there. You can't even behave like us. We want to steal our light.
Dependency. And I know that makes you mad. But it is what it is. This is the way the world turns. You can't steal someone else's light and claim to have a bright future. No, you can't.
True.
Doesn't work.
True.
No, I agree with Tommy Robinson. We're on the same page on this issue. Because he absolutely represents the UK. And his supporters are absolutely the true Britons. Hooligans and criminals. And of course it's not just him. It's not just the UK, obviously. The entirety of the collective West is the same. Europe, America, like I said, Australia, Canada, and on. They're just taking their costume off. The veneer is coming down. You know, it's like those veneers that you put on your teeth. You know?
I've never heard it like that, Father. You understand? You're just taking off your costume down. You're getting the real you. Why am I taking off your costume? I have never heard it like that before.
America, like I said, Australia, Canada, and on. They're just taking their costume off.
Stop it.
The veneer is coming down. You know, it's like those veneers that you put on your teeth. You know? You remove the veneers, and the person that you thought had this perfect, beautiful smile, well, it's actually rotted. It's actually decaying. They actually have like gravel for teeth underneath the veneers. Well, that's the West.
The veneers.
The veneers are coming off.
The veneers.
And I'll tell you why. It's coming off because the image isn't important anymore.
True.
Because the West isn't as important anymore. So now they can relax. Now the West can relax. They can unwind. They can let their stomach out, you know? They can be themselves. I'm sure it's been exhausting. Look, you know, that's why I say that, that's why I have said that I don't personally hold out any realistic hope of the West. You know, a lot of Muslims over there in the West, in America and so on, they imagine that there can maybe be some sort of mass conversion to Islam. I don't think so. They might be denied this grace. They might be denied this rescue. I don't see something like that happening. Because again, if you just look at their history, it's not very encouraging.
Yeah. I
you know, when the Muslims, when the Ottomans, when they were in conflict with the Habsburgs, with Austria, you know, the white nationalists today, they like to point to that time as a great victory of the West. Great victory of the West, of Christendom against the Muslims. Because Austria saved Europe, right, from the expansion of Islam. Side note, what country did Hitler come from? But I mean, look, what were you fighting against? Seriously. How was it better for you to fight against the Ottomans? Honestly. If you had any sense at all, you would have welcomed them. You would have welcomed the Muslims. Austria would have been better off then, and it would be better off now had you done that.
They're just the same, guys.
I mean, what were you defending?
They're just the same.
Be objective. What were you defending?
Just the same. You put Muslims anywhere, they want to control and take over yourself. They're just the same, bro. Muslims are just the same, if not worse. If not worse. And that's the truth of it.
Nobody would have prevented you from remaining Christian. You could have stayed Christian. That's the truth. So you weren't defending Christianity. No one was going to stop you from going to church, whether it's
Anybody who marries a 6-year-old child.
And you know, it wasn't long before you realized yourselves how detrimental it was.
Say no more. Anybody who marries a 6-year-old child. Say no more. Say no more.
Defending your right to be a serf, to be a slave to your feudal lords. We didn't have feudalism in Islam. Fighting against us was a crime. It was a crime that you committed against yourselves. Your brave, white, noble ancestors, right? Who stood as the bulwark of Christendom. How they held back the Turks. You know? How they defended Vienna.
Righteous men protect children. Don't marry.
Like I said, you celebrate it. You paint your pictures about it. You sing your songs about it. And of course, you murder Muslims in a masjid in Christchurch with the date of the Battle of Vienna on your gun. That's right. You saved Europe from the Muslim tide. Just like Robinson says he's doing right now. That's what Tommy Robinson thinks he's doing now. But
a fervent servant to Yahuwah. I don't know anything else about anything else. I just know that I am a fervent servant to Yahuwah, who controls the ruler, and I ain't allowed to marry 6-year-old girls. I'll tell you that much for free. That means, what would I be doing to his name if I was to marry a 6-year-old child? And what do you think he'd do to me after that? No, he wouldn't even let you do it, wouldn't he? You're damn right he wouldn't. You're damn right he wouldn't. Right? You're damn right he wouldn't.
I used this 3 stories out in my living room with incredible results. So I'm trying it in the bedroom. I mean, it was amazing out there. Let's see what it does in here. They do send you an applicator and the mop pad. So like you could put this like on a dollar store broom handle, or you can use your mop. I'm going to use this one today. So impressive. I've done wood floors, laminate, furniture. I love the product. It looks amazing.
Got it working now.
I love everything about it. Grab yourself a bottle, get those wood floors shining.
Come on in.
A call to emergency services in Nashville, Tennessee was received after 9:30 p.m. 23.
I've seen that one.
The caller was 26-year-old former college football star Blaze Taylor.
Oh God.
His girlfriend, 24.
Yeah, you have to mind these football stars as well, because you build these boys up like they're something that they're not, and then when they don't get their way, they go killing. I bet it's one of those stories.
year-old Jade Betting was suddenly very ill. She was nearly 6 months pregnant. EMTs were told that Jade was experiencing the sudden onset of a severe allergic reaction.
Come on. I'm ready. Come on. Right, it's time for some dig-digs. I got nice fish it out. Right, let's put everything away. Put these TVs away. Right, guys, I'm going to say bye-bye to you now.
Questions emerged. What Jade was reacting to was not allergies. In her
Oh,
final
look, all
moments
that's
of
right.
consciousness, the young chef seemed to have recognized what was happening to her, and she had the presence of mind to dial a friend's number and expose her killer.
And as I was walking back to my car, I had a phone call from Jade. And I answered it, and I was like, hello? Just normal. And she immediately started saying, what did you do?
Me alone. Sexy.
What did you put in my drink?
Hi there, I'm Kevin, and welcome to Just Thought Lounge. Today's case is a heartbreaking story of a young, expectant mother. Despite her plans and her optimism, she met with a tragic end. Let's take a look.
I have no idea, bro. Right, that's you done. I've got my breeze there. It's like my nature girl, isn't it? You breeze. Nature girl.
In late February 2023, Jade Benning was almost 25 years old. Born and raised in Little Rock, Arkansas, Jade had chosen to attend a community college for culinary school. She loved food and dreamt of becoming a head chef. With big dreams and plenty of talent, she graduated in 2020 and relocated from Little Rock to Nashville. There, she landed a chef's role at Ernest Bar and Hideaway. Though she maintained a busy work schedule, Jade nonetheless also found the time to launch her own catering business, JTB Eatery. Work and personal life intersected as Jade became good friends with her co-workers. She remained close to her mother, Bridget, with whom she spoke most days, as well as her childhood best friend since the tender age of 6, Najea Jackson. Jade's dating life was active as well. Indeed, in early November 2022, the results of an at-home pregnancy test came back positive. In a rush of excitement, Najea called around to find her best friend a doctor's appointment, looking to confirm the happy news. She couldn't locate a same-day appointment, though luckily found an opening the next day. Finding a new doctor can be tricky. Locating an appointment in a hurry can be even more of a challenge. For those of us not in a hurry, procrastination is our worst enemy. Finding a time, making a phone call, arranging transportation, or fitting an appointment around work can seem like too much of a hassle. I know I have certainly been guilty of thinking this way at times. Thanks to the sponsor of today's video, ZocDoc, you can find an appointment quickly and easily. ZocDoc lets you search and compare local in-network doctors. You can see actual appointment openings and click to instantly book a visit. No playing phone tag, no hassle. Appointments happen fast, usually within 24 to 72 hours. And you can even score same-day appointments. ZocDoc is also free to use. When I was searching for a new doctor, it was difficult to know where to start. So for weeks, I just put it to the bottom of my to-do list. If only I had known about and had access to ZocDoc at that time, I could have searched over 150,000 providers within 200 plus specialties across the country.
Right, I'm ready.
Detailed doctor profiles and reviews from real patients would have allowed me to identify the right doctor for me. Don't keep procrastinating.
Let's go again. I'm ready.
A call to emergency services in Nashville, Tennessee was received after 9:30 p.m. in late February 2023. The caller was 26-year-old former college football star Blaze Taylor. His girlfriend, 24-year-old Jade Benning, was suddenly